So, guys, let's begin our first story today from Rwanda. The deal between Rwanda and the Britain has been put on hold, and so Rwanda was very, very angry about it. So let's go through this article to see what the deal was and how much was Rwanda going to make with this deal. So the headline says Rwanda takes issues with British court ruling on migration plan that Rwanda is very disappointed on the ruling by a British court on migration plan. Actually, the whole plan was that people who wanted to seek asylum in Britain will first be sent to Rwanda to stay there and then file their asylum claims. And if they are viewed as credible, then they will now be transported to Britain. That they will no longer be able to stay in Britain and file for or and seek asylum. That was the whole deal. But let's continue with this article to see what it says. And then at the end, I will give you my own personal take on this whole issue. Rwanda said on Wednesday that it took issues with the British Supreme Court striking down London's plan to send migrants to the East African country on the basis that it was not a safe destination for asylum seekers. A five-judge panel rejected the controversial policy, upholding a lower court judgment that sending undocumented migrants to Rwanda was unlawful and put the rights of asylum seekers afforded by international law at real risk. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak's government had argued the scheme was crucial to reducing illegal migration across the canal and had appealed the lower court decision. So Rwanda respects the decisions, but it does not agree with the point which states that refugees or migrants sent to Rwanda would be unsafe, said Rwanda government deputy spokesperson Alain Mukorinda. Kigali said it was committed to its international obligations and its exemplary treatment of refugees had been recognized by the United Nations Refugees Agency and other bodies. Following the judgment, Sunak said his government was already working on a new treaty with Rwanda. If the English government is ready to propose another agreement, of course, it will be carefully studied in relation to what happened in court, said Mukorinda. Rwanda opposition Green Party leader Frank Habineza welcomed the court's decision, saying Britain should not have tried to shift its obligation elsewhere. Yeah, I think this Frank guy is right. Like I have said before, people who are going to seek for asylum wanted to seek it in the country that they want to live in. There is no need sending asylum seekers to a foreign country. There is no need sending them to Rwanda. When this whole deal was proposed, I was really against it because many asylum seekers spoke against it. And those who were sent to Rwanda protest against it and said that they were not getting the treatment that they deserve. That the treatment they were getting in Rwanda was way more lesser than the one they would get if they had been in England. So I think this is a responsibility of the British government to welcome these asylum seekers, to process their files, and those who qualify to be granted asylum. That is how it is supposed to be. There is no point shipping them to a third country. There's no point doing that. If people wanted to stay in Rwanda, they would just have gone to Rwanda in the first place. They wouldn't have gone to England. So I think this ruling by the Supreme Court is the best one. People's right to asylum needs to be protected, and people need to feel safe when they seek for asylum. People need to know that the country they are going to seek for asylum in will not ship them to other countries. And if Britain would have got away with this, I believe many other European countries would have followed suit. And before you know, all asylum seekers will be sent to other African countries or maybe third world countries all around the world. And they will be like, you have to process your documents from those third world countries. And if approved, then we will now let you come in and stay in our country. And we don't know how long that might take. You might be surprised that asylum seekers from England who are being shipped to Rwanda might end up staying there for more than 5-10 years, just following the asylum process. This move by the Supreme Court is a great one, and I am strongly in support of it. But to you guys out there, let me know your take. What do you think about this whole idea of sending asylum seekers to Rwanda? Do you think it is a welcoming deal? Or what the Supreme Court did was best? Share your thoughts and opinions with us in the comment section below, because like always, we love hearing what you have to say. And also, don't forget to like this video, share this video, follow our Facebook page, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel, because that helps us a lot and we shall forever be grateful to you. So thank you very much for doing just that. And like always, see you in the next one.